In the next couple videos, we're going to look at how we can take a simple drum beat that we've drawn into our MIDI clip and make it a little more organic and alive. So here's our beat. And if we look, everything is played exactly on the grid, 100% on the grid. And all of the velocities, as indicated by these markers here, are exactly the same at 100. And you may notice it sounds pretty robotic. So the first thing I think we should do is manipulate our velocity. Now we can go in here and just kind of draw in and move these up and down and determine what we want our velocities to be. But if you're not sure, this might sound kind of interesting, but try tapping out the beat and recording that and looking at the waveform. So I'm going to play the beat, and then I'm just going to record a clip of me clapping along to the beat so that we can get a sense of where I want the accents to be. So just real quick, tap that out. And by doing this, we get a really clear picture of what we want to be the important hits. The fours, the twos, obviously like the downbeats are strong, but we can see like how some of these other beats are of different velocities as well. We could right click on this and we can go to extract grooves, and Live will take this little beat that we did here and extract the groove. Now my timing wasn't perfect, so we're not really going for the timing. So I'll look inside my groove pool, and there it is. And what I'm going to do is take the timing all the way down to 0. But I'm going to turn up the velocity. And now what I can do is drag this groove right on top of my drum clip. And we can play around with how much we want the velocity to affect our beat. So we'll start at 0. Let's turn off our clap so we don't have to listen to that. But I'll start turning up the velocity. And now you should hear some difference in the performance. Again, I'll bring it all the way back to 0. Very robotic. 100% captures some of that more human element. And what we can do just to see what this is actually doing is we can click on the commit button, and notice how all these velocities will change. So we've just added some new velocities to our drum beat by just clapping out the accents with our hands. We could of course go in here and adjust these as we want. So like maybe we want this kick drum to be a little bit more impactful since it's the first beat. And again, maybe this one too here. It's another important hit. And we didn't play velocities for these notes, so they stayed at 100. So maybe we adjust these a little bit too. Have this go down a little bit. But now we've got a little bit more of a human feel to our beat. And we did that just by clapping out, recording that, right-clicking, extracting the groove, turning everything down to 0 except the velocity, and then placing that onto our MIDI clip and clicking commit when we were happy with the value of the velocity.